Hello everyone, welcome to the channel update for October. Hope everyone's September went as well as can be expected with everything going on in the world right now. In terms of the active series that we've got going on, channel news, not a whole lot. I did say last month that I was going to get the channel memberships up and running, and I completely forgot. So, hopefully this month? We'll see how that goes. It's just another way to support the channel. There's a bunch of ways already for those who want to support the channel, but I'm kind of hoping that there might be some people who can't use or don't like those other platforms, and this might work better. I don't think that the channel memberships turn off ads for this channel, which is what I would like YouTube to be able to do, but it's kind of neither here nor there. I don't have any input on that, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll see about getting that set up within the next week or so, because I didn't, and I should. So, yeah, we'll see. Part of it is just they want all these things set up, like, a welcome video, and it's like, just let me turn it on and let people support the channel that way. It doesn't need all these extra goodies. How well. In terms of what we got on the channel right now, of course, Baldur's Gate 2 is ongoing. For those who wonder about my complaints of the game, I am enjoying it. I do like aspects of the Infinity Engine. But I also don't like aspects of the Infinity Engine. I don't like the liberties that they've taken with Second Edition, especially with the later ones where they started adding in new classes that didn't exist in Second Edition, made heavy changes to the classes in Second Edition just for whatever reason. Like, there is substantial power creep in that compared even to most things go through power creep. There's power creep from original D&D to AD&D First Edition, from AD&D First Edition to Second Edition, from Second Edition to Third Edition. So, it happens. But there is substantial power creep in Baldur's Gate 2. That does kind of bug me. And there are things that I think that they should have been able to do that they didn't. I'm not a fan of real time for Dungeons and Dragons. The Dungeons and Dragons game system is set up for round based, turn based combat, and it just doesn't work with real time. It breaks down when you do that, and that's one of my big complaints with it. It's not enough to make me not enjoy the game, but I also like to complain, so I'm a complainer. I enjoy complaining. So that's just something that comes along with it. It doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying the game. I just little things annoy me, and they annoy me for that moment, and then I brush it off and go on until it annoys me again. So, but I do have 2 Patreon rewards that will be following that up. Not going to announce the games. What the games are right now. Number 1, so that they can be a surprise, and number 2, just in case the patrons choose to change it. Doesn't seem likely, but you never know. So that track of videos is going to be set for quite a while. I'm not going to have to decide my own game to play for a while. Which is sometimes good. Selection paralysis is a thing. Chrono Trigger is going to be wrapping up on Saturday, I think, and that means Sunday we'll be bringing Breath of Fire 3. Again, don't usually announce what I'm playing next, but I decided to do so because it showed up in the Patron's Choice voting, so I wanted people to know that, those who nominated it and those who voted for it, just because it didn't win, it's still coming, because I've been meaning to play it anyway. It's my favorite of the Breath of Fire games, although I do like Breath of Fire 4 a lot as well. And it's a pretty cute game. It has great graphics, great animations, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. I've already played a little bit already, recorded it, just need to get the videos uploaded and everything like that. But that will be starting on Sunday, so look forward to that. The XCOM Files stream videos are going up as well, way behind the actual stream, so just keep in mind, and those will be going up for quite a while, probably well after I finish up the campaign. You're welcome to stop by and watch the streams as well. If you'd like to catch up, all of the stream sessions are up on Twitch. They're labeled, they're highlighted. Check the highlights. That's going to be easier than just, the previous stream section, because those get deleted, and it may not be as easy to tell what's what. All of the highlight, and it's a full highlight, not just like a short section. They shouldn't call it highlights, in my opinion. I mean, you can obviously create a highlight of like 2 minutes or 10 minutes of a stream, but if you're highlighting the entire thing, that's not a highlight. It's not how it works. Just call it like videos or something. I don't know, whatever. But check the highlights section. All of my streams get put up there. I mean, there's a couple that have been missed over the years, but I'm pretty good. I'm trying to get into the habit of the day I finish streaming, I get the highlight taken care of. It doesn't take very long. It's just kind of busy work, so it's one of the reasons why I've been a little bit slow in the past to do it. But I'm going to try to get those set up every day. So we'll see how it goes. I tend to be lazy, so we'll see. But yeah, so if you want to catch up faster than they're going up here on YouTube, that's perfectly fine. Look at the saves that I'm making in the game. Look for that stream whatever, 30, 20, 45, whatever it says in the video. That's where you want to start on over on Twitch. They're all labeled by the stream session, so it's pretty easy to find them. And Crusader Kings 3 is ongoing. That came out last month, on the day that I did my update video, on the day the update video came out. I'm on the fence about it, which is not to say that I think it's a bad game. I think it's a good game. It's very well made. It's just some of the choices are not choices that I would make for the direction of the game, and that affects my enjoyment of the game, shall we say. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that that's going to happen. Like, it just seems like every time there's, there was a new XCOMs, that went in directions I didn't like. Dungeons & Dragons, that goes in directions I don't like. Crusader Kings 3 goes in directions I don't, So I've just kind of come to the conclusion that everything goes in directions I don't like at this point. when there's remakes, when there's sequels, when there all that stuff, it's just always not going to be the way that I would take things. Which might say something about my points of view and opinions and how popular they are or would be. So who knows? But a little bit more than that is just the lack of options in the game compared to Crusader Kings 2, which is not really a knock on Crusader Kings 3, because it's a brand new game with no expansions, no updates, no further development, although there is a 1.1 patch that just came out. But then again, that's mostly bug fixes of balance issues. Whereas Crusader Kings 2 had, 4 or 5 years of active development on it, getting tons of new stuff over the years. I miss some of those things. I love the artifact collecting in Crusader Kings 2. I love Great Works in Crusader Kings 2. I enjoy Merchant Republics. Hordes can be fun, even though I never actually done a full single-player campaign with them. Those are pretty fun too. And it's just a kind of a case of I miss all those things, and they're not in Crusader Kings 3 yet. I say yet because I'm pretty sure they will be. I think it's just that they decided to focus on certain things rather than trying to make Crusader Kings 3 do everything that Crusader Kings 2 did at the end of its development. And without knowing, the development side and requirements and everything like that, I think that's pretty fair as well. I can't imagine how much longer it would have been in development if they had decided to incorporate all the big stuff from Crusader Kings 2 as well. So we'll see. And societies too. That's another thing. I miss my Hermetic Society. I do. I really do. I like the Hermetics. So it's just I hope that a lot of this stuff comes with in the future. I don't know whether they're going to be doing it like they've been doing with Imperator, where basically everything is free. I mean, like there's some content packs and stuff like that, but the content packs for Imperator Rome aren't anywhere near as expansive as Crusader Kings 2. Most of the stuff that they do is just in the base game. I don't know if that's the plan for Crusader Kings 3, or if they are planning to stick with the Crusader Kings 2 model. Personally, I don't have a big problem with the Crusader Kings 2 model, with one exception, and this goes for, like, EU4, Stellaris, that sort of thing. What I think they should do is, after a time, incorporate all of the expansions into the base game. So, whatever the base game price is, continues on, whatever. Obviously there's going to be sales and stuff like that, but rather than have you have to go out and watch a sale or buy all the expansions individually, a year after one comes out, you buy the base game. If you're brand new to the game, you buy the base game, and boom, you get it. It's all there. That's kind of how they did expansions. You look at Ultima 7. They came out with the expansion Forge of Virtue, and then eventually it was just together. If you bought Ultima 7 at any point after that, like 6 months after or a year after Forge of Virtue came out, you got them both. Period. There was no other option, unless you found like an old copy. Ultima 7 Part 2 and the Silver Seed, same thing. Total Annihilation, same thing. It's just all integrated after a time. And I think that's how they should do it. It's a good compromise between having that new stuff for the new players, for the long-term players, I should say. If you buy Crusader Kings 3 when it comes out and you constantly buy all the new stuff, and you just, it doesn't, yeah, you spend more money, but it's not, it's over time, $15 here isn't that big of a deal. When the next time you're going to be spending $15 or $10 is in another 10 months, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of other people are, going to have other issues with that, and that's fair. There's pros and cons to that whole thing. But I feel like if I was like looking at Crusader Kings 3 and I'm like, hey, this is fun. I want to see what Crusader Kings 2 is like. I've never played it before. I go buy it, and it just, at this point, just should have everything in it. Just right now. For the basic price. You get it all at once, kind of thing. Especially now that Crusader Kings 3 is out. Just bundle it all together in the base game. It doesn't seem logical to me to continue to sell the old ones individually. And I think that's part of where the complaint lies, is that someone who comes to the game well after it has come out can get discouraged. They don't necessarily want to wait for a sale. They don't want to, constantly watch Steam to see if they go on sale and stuff like that. But they look at it and it's like, okay, so to play the game, I need the base game, and then I need this and 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 all these 20 things. And then you look at it and it's like, well, that totals up to $100 or $150 or something. Yeah, that's not a good look. I think, which is why I think that they should just bundle all the old updates, all the old expansions in to the base game over time. But again, I'm not working for Paradox, so I did actually get offered to run their Crusader Kings 2 social media accounts a while ago, but I would have had to have got up at European times, and I don't even get up at American times right now, so that would not have worked out all that well. And it would have meant a lot less time for doing Let's Plays and stuff like that, so I did opt not to. But it would have been additional money. Anyway, so that's mostly what's going on with the channel right now. Of course, the Spelljammer campaigns are also being uploaded. If you want to go check out any of the streams, the XCOM file streams or the Spelljammer, I do have the Twitch link on the main page. There are Twitch links in both, every day, every video has those links. So do check those out. XCOM Files is currently being streamed on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and Wednesdays and Fridays at about 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And Spelljammer is being streamed on Saturdays at noon Eastern Time. There should be a little widget on the Twitch page that sets those times for you for your local time zone. If you're not sure what exactly that translates into, it is GMT minus 4 right now, I think, because it's daylight savings time. But generally, we're 5 hours behind Europe, so if that helps. And when I say Europe, I mean Western Europe. I know, like, Finland and stuff are a little bit different. So that's mostly it. Dokapon Kingdom did wrap up, I believe, last month, so that is done. There are some possibilities for more collaborations in the future where, it's in discussion sort of thing. Nothing's firmed up and recorded yet, though, so I will definitely make mention of any of those. I will, of course, have a playlist whenever that happens, but for now, there's nothing going on in that realm. So that's mostly what's going on with the channel right now. Do check out, the Twitch. We've got a Discord where you can chat with me. I get lots of fun emotes, chat with other viewers and stuff like that. I do put up announcements when I go live on Twitch there as well, so you can use that for alerts, but I think that the alerts from Twitch are probably going to be better. Twitter link here, Patreon link there. There's also a Facebook link if you go into the About page, but I'm kind of thinking about pulling back on that. Facebook did a big redesign, and I've noticed just on my personal stuff, I'm like, right after the redesign, for about 36 hours, I was seeing the exact same posts. It was not updating for me. I'd reload, force reload, nothing. Just see the exact same stuff. And I've noticed that it is showing me substantially fewer things than it used to. And I noticed that specifically for the Facebook page itself, engagement literally halved after that changeover. Like, I mean, I wasn't getting that much engagement in the first place. There's not a whole lot of people who use that, and that's perfectly fair. But even with my small numbers, halved. So they're making changes that are just kind of making it, like, make me wonder what the purpose is at this point. So I don't know that I'll completely discontinue it, but I may not post updates for the streams anymore. I don't know. I need to think about it. If there's anyone who actually does rely on those Facebook posts for stream notifications, do let me know. If there's even one person who relies on them, then I will not stop. But if no one is telling me that they're relying on those, then I probably won't continue updating that page. It's just, if Facebook isn't going to show that stuff to the people who've liked the page, then there's no point in me running it at this point. I mean, beyond keeping it up there for posterity and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's frustrating to me because I mean, there's like literally nothing good you can say about Facebook, except it does allow you to keep in touch with some people that you may not be able to keep in much touch with, especially with, coronavirus. But if Facebook is making even that difficult, then what's the point? So I don't want to start a whole big thing in the comment section about Facebook. There's plenty awful things to say about Facebook. I don't need to hear everyone jump in there with awful stuff. It's just, what's going on. So that's mostly the what's going on with the channel. It is a new month, so over on my blog, we've got a new deity entry, Eachthighern, the Unicorn Lord. Yes, that's another Irish name. That's how it's listed as being pronounced. Whether that's really Irish or whether it's fake Irish, I don't know. But that's what the listed pronunciation is in DMGR Monster Mythology. I'd be curious to know about whether that's correct Gaelic or bad Gaelic, Irish Gaelic. So if anyone knows, feel free to mention it. But there is a pronunciation in there as well. But if you want more detailed information on deities, check out my blog. We've got tons more entries here for many other deities. I'm actually coming to the end-ish of the project. There's quite a bit. I mean, I have deities that are not on this list that I've decided to do, but yeah, it's wrapping up. It's wrapping up. That said, it's still going to be at least probably another year and a half before it's all done. But it feels good. It's like, one of those things of like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. There were definitely times early on when I would look at that list and I'd be like, oh my god, there's so much to do. It's going to take so long. This is crazy. I can't believe I took this on for myself. But yeah, that's where we are. So it does feel good. If you want to support the channel over on Patreon, I got multiple membership levels. I did reduce those when they did some changes, but it's got some good patronage. I'm really appreciating everyone who is supporting me. It really means a lot to me. Like, your support is what keeps this channel going, and the more support that you get, the safer I am from the vagaries of having to spend a lot of money on brake work on my car, which I had to do not too long ago. So, and that's kind of what made me decide to stick with the change where they YouTube put mid-roll ads on everything. I'm still in the process of going through all those old videos. It's a slow process. If anyone is noticing old series with a lot of ads, do let me know on Discord. I will prioritize that, because knowing that there's a viewer who, like, not everyone who subscribes to me watches these updates. So if you're watching these updates and you're hearing this message, you're one of the elite few, let's say. You're one of the few, the proud, the people who watch my updates. Let me know that you're getting a lot of ads on an old series. I will prioritize that, because knowing that someone who actually takes the time to watch these updates and takes the time to let me know that there's a lot of updates on a series, I'm going to go back and update that as a priority. And within a day, I should have gotten that cleaned up. So, I'm going to be doing all of them, but it's still a long, long process. So if I know that someone is actively watching one right now and it's bothering them, I'm going to prioritize that, So do let me know if you're, setting off on an old series that has a lot of ads. I'm also like one of the reasons why it's going slow is that for a lot of the old series, I've also started to try to make thumbnails, which is something that I've wanted to do for a while, but it's also something that um, I don't know that it would make any difference, and it's just more for consistency on the channel kind of thing. So it's mostly a case, it's been a case of, the far, far back burner for that. I even made thumbnails for all of the Tactics Ogre videos like last year, and I just never went through and put them on because it was going to be a lot of work. Because I have to open up every single video to make all these changes. That's the problem, and I have over 11,000 videos. Um, so that's kind of the situation. Uh, I do want to get thumbnails for all of them, and I do want to get those, the mid-roll ads cleaned up so that there's just generally one. Longer videos will have more, but that's, we're talking hour-long videos. So, that's kind of where I am, but I will absolutely prioritize something if a viewer who watches this update lets me know that they're starting one of the old series and it's got a lot of ads. So do let me know, preferably on Discord. You can let me know other ways too, but Discord's the best place, I find. So that's where we are there. If Patreon isn't to your, you don't want to commit to that monthly thing on Patreon, and they actually did roll out a thing that I haven't looked at about allowing people to support for a full year. Not so sure about that. I like having, the monthly paycheck kind of thing. Uh, so I would need to look at that to see if they would be holding the money and sending it out monthly, or if it would literally be a, I'd get the year thing, which would kind of make the money that I get from Patreon fluctuate even more. And I'm not even sure that there would be many people that would take advantage of that, but it's something I'm gonna look at and decide whether I want to do that. But if the recurring support isn't something that you can do, I do have Ko-fi. You can go buy me a ham, and you can just, it's just a one-time thing. Support up to however much you want, and it's like just a one-time donation. You can also subscribe to me on Twitch. On my last stream, had someone give out I think 8 gift subs, which took us over the to the next level. So I have another emote slot available. So I'm soliciting some ideas on Discord for the Twitch emotes. If you have some ideas, feel free to join us on Discord and make your opinion known. An emote that you'd want to use on Twitch, on other channels, that sort of thing. I'm kind of I'm not sure what I want right now for that, and so I'm looking to see what other people would be interested in. So that's where we are for the channel right now. That's what's going on with me for the most part. If you're in the United States, keep in mind that a lot of states are having, I believe the cutoff for registering to vote is in just a few days. So if you're not registered to vote, please do so. And then please go vote, whichever way is best for you. By mail, drop it off in a Dropbox, go in person, do early voting, whatever. But please do vote. It is super important. If you're in a country other than the United States that also has free and fair elections, please go vote whenever your elections come up. It is extremely important. It's one of the things that I talk about with a lot of people that I know when we talk about political systems as opposed to, partisan politics, is that I think one of the worst things in a democracy is when someone wins because they got out the vote. That's, in my opinion, that's terrible. Because you don't actually know what the majority of the people feel. If every single person eligible to vote does so, then it's incontrovertible. You know who the winner is. the person who got more votes in that case is the winner, and it's very important. So if you are eligible to vote in the United States or another country, make sure that you're registered. Make sure that you vote. It's extremely important. It is generally a small thing that you do, but it is one of the most important things that you can do for your nation. So please do vote. And if you are not currently registered in the United States and you are eligible, please do register. Please do go vote on November 3rd, or in early voting, or with an absentee ballot by mail, that sort of thing. It's very important. So, anyway, so thank you guys for all the support that you've been providing me on Patreon, Ko-fi, Twitch. Really does mean a lot. And hope that your October goes well. And we'll be back for the next monthly update. See you then, everyone.